Maybe this is you. You have big goals and ambitions, but when it comes to actually executing the plans to succeed in these ambitions, you can't start. Instead, you plan and you plan and you plan. You're just afraid to take the very first step. The future you're willing to take that step and actually try. You overcome the fear of making that first step towards your ambition and end up succeeding because most people, they actually can't get past that first step. That's what most people struggle with. So getting into that first step towards your goal already puts you ahead of 100% of people. I'm Mr. Locked, and I'm going to show you today how spaghetti, of all things, can get you started on your ambitions. But first, please like and subscribe if you appreciate my content. It helps a lot, not just on YouTube, but also it helps me know about the impact that I'm having on other people's lives. I make these videos for you, so it really helps me know that I am actually giving back to society. Okay, so back to spaghetti. Essentially, your issue in your life here is that you have some huge plans. Maybe it's to start your own business, or maybe it's to get your dream physique, or maybe it's to be the best student in your school year. No matter what it is, you're chasing a big goal. But you can't even get yourself to do the first steps. People will assume the worst of you, that you're a super lazy person, just because you dream big and you think big, you like to just be ambitious. But you also don't execute, and people think you're weird. But here's how spaghetti plays into this. Imagine that you're cooking, and your goal is to make a really, really good spaghetti. But instead of actually trying to make spaghetti, you watch YouTube videos of other people making spaghetti, and then you look at recipes of spaghetti so that you can understand it, and then you look at photos of spaghetti, like you plaster a bunch on your wall or something, and you become obsessed with it. But the weird thing about you is that you don't ever try it. Does that not seem terribly stupid to you? You're probably sitting here watching, thinking, why is this guy not making the spaghetti if he has so much knowledge about it? If he knows everything, he's seen a million YouTube videos, read every book about it. How can someone with that much knowledge of spaghetti not just make spaghetti? Why would you ever choose not to apply it? Similarly, I'm going to point out how that relates to you. So, similarly, that's what you do when it comes to starting a super ambitious project. People will always say, oh, I'm thinking of starting a business. And then 6 months later, nothing gets done because apparently this person was planning, or it was too difficult, or the market's oversaturated, which effectively means I was thinking about it, but I couldn't take the first steps, and I wasted a lot of time. But here's the thing. Let's go back to the spaghetti. Even if you tried making the spaghetti with all of the knowledge that you had, and you still did a bad job on making the spaghetti, you would probably still eat it. Even if you burnt it a little bit or you messed up some of the ingredients, you'd probably still eat it, right? Because why would you just make the spaghetti and then not eat it? It's way better for you to make an imperfect spaghetti than to not even try making it. I mean, seriously, do you not think about how stupid it is that you would consume information about making spaghetti and then not even try? Legitimately, try to come up with a single reason that makes sense. And that's literally just you. Instead of actually doing, you spend way more time planning. Instead of starting the business, all you do is overly plan the little mechanics and details. Instead of actually going to the gym, all you do is create workout programs and perfect them before you even try lifting. Instead of actually studying, you spend the whole day making schedules instead of just starting. You know, maybe you are number one time blocker, but you never actually do the studying part. That's the key thing. You plan, but you don't start. So you haven't actually made any progress. And let me clarify something. Inherently, there's actually nothing wrong with planning a bit. Because let's say you want to start going to the gym, right? it's pretty useful to have a workout plan. Otherwise, you won't really know what you're doing when you actually go there. But there's a difference between having a workout plan and having a workout plan that you've been preparing for months on end, every single day, thinking about going to the gym, but then not actually going, right? You see the difference? Like one of them, it took you like 20 minutes, you did like the bare bones research, and you just tried it. And you're like, okay, maybe this isn't the best, but I'm still going to try it because I actually just want to go to the gym. So I'm not necessarily bashing planning entirely. I don't think there's something insanely wrong with it, but I also don't think it's the best habit to be into when you are constantly doing it. If that's the only thing you do and you don't consider the actual application of your task, of your learning, of your planning, that's where it can get a bit questionable. So here's my advice. Perfectionism and planning expect you to have the task completed completely flawlessly. But productivity expects you to have the work exist. Because inherently, having the work exist versus not having the work exist is more productive. It's more productive to have the work exist than to have the work not exist. And right now, when you're in the stage where you can't even start and you don't actually have any results or any work, focusing on having work to begin with is more important than having good work. You can focus on improvement, making sure that quality of your work is actually good when you have some to begin with. It's difficult for you to improve a spaghetti that you've never actually made, right? You can't know if the spices are off if there's no spaghetti to begin with. But most importantly, what's the point of knowing how to make spaghetti if you never make it? I hope this video inspires you to realize the dreams that you have and to actually achieve them. Because today, remember, something imperfect is certainly better than nothing at all. And definitely when it comes to spaghetti, right? You don't want to starve yourself. But just if you're going to remember anything, just remember that specific section. Something imperfect that you produce is certainly better than nothing at all. Now that's how you optimize your time. Thanks for watching.